Revolver Underground.
What's going on, guys? It's E-Rock, Revolver Underground, and I am hanging out here on Skype. And you know, we're just chilling here. We're just gonna see what's gonna happen. It's might be kind of an interesting little thing we got going on here. But I'm here with Josey Milner. You are a country artist, and you have a song on the show this little show that I do every week. And we are gonna talk. We're gonna converse a little bit, see what we can come up with, and it'll be fun. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's the goal.
Of course.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, let's start off with tell me a little bit about you and what you're all about.
Well, my name is Josey Milner. I am 18 years old. I just turned 18 on August 19th, and so I'm still a baby, but I'm a country music artist from Kansas City. I've been singing pretty much all my life. I did rodeo for 8 years before I got into music, and I was singing the national anthems at my rodeos. So I've pretty much been singing as much as since I could talk, and I've been playing out with a band for about 3 years. I'm a senior in high school, so I'm very excited for my senior year. I'm a National Honor Society student, and I'm just kind of have a little bit of a crazy life. I do a little bit of everything, I like to say.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's ridiculous. All right. So how long were you doing rodeos?
I did rodeo for 8 years. Yeah, I started when I was 7.
Wow.
And once I got my band together, I had to quit because I didn't have time for it. And I miss it so much. It was every weekend. I kind of had a little rodeo family that I hung out with every weekend. And they've came to my shows a couple times, so it's been nice to see them. But I miss rodeo so much.
Do you ever go back out and see them every now and again, or is that?
Oh yeah, I went to a rodeo it's actually been a couple months ago with my dad. My dad actually still judges rodeos, and so I go with him every once in a while.
Nice.
The last one I went to, I was so upset because I missed it so much. I got home and I just started crying. I was like, I'm not going anymore. I'm done.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Well, so you live in Kansas City, Missouri, right?
Yes.
Do you have friends that live in Kansas City, Kansas?
Oh yeah.
So okay.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you this then. Do you ever get your friends together and put the Kansas people on one side of the line and your Missouri friends on the other side of the line and just stare each other down because it's do you ever not okay, so that's just me? Okay.
No,
that's
I've
fine.
never done that. I have family in Kansas too, but we're all just big old loving family. There's no MUKU or any of that. So
Well, that's no fun. What's up
I
with
know.
that?
We're boring. It's okay.
Fine. You just burst my bubble. That's fine. Whatever.
Oh no.
Whatever. It's fine. I'm not bitter. That's whatever. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. All right. Well, that's the interview for today. We're gonna go ahead and shut. No, I'm just kidding. So okay. So you were in. You did the rodeo for a little while. You've done the music thing. But what was the transition there? How did you go from being in the rodeo to deciding to be in music?
Well, along with singing my national anthems, I would do little talent shows every once in a while. And it was actually, we had a family friend who heard me sing, and he invited me to sing at the National Silk Guitar Convention in St. Louis. And that was about 3 years ago. It was right before I got my band together. And I was able to sing on the main stage on there. And for me, that was kind of a new thing. I mean, yeah, I'd sang on stage a little bit, but not on the big main stage like that. And so it was very new to me. And once I got up there and I sang, I loved it so much. I wanted to do it again. And so, I got home. Well, actually, before I even left, I had a lot of people tell me that I had a lot of talent and that I had a lot of potential for the career, so I needed to really try it out.
Yeah.
And so for having people like that tell me that, I had to definitely pay attention to it. And so when I got home, I was talking to my parents about it, and they loved the idea. They thought it was a great idea, and they're always on board and supporting me no matter what I do. So they thought, let's throw it in the mix. We've done everything else. Let's try it too. And so, I got a band together. I held auditions, got a band together, started going to the studio and playing out and all that fun stuff. And it's all led up to where I am now.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Well, so so let's say, okay, so you got this idea in your head. You want to write a new song. What's your? This question is gonna be twofold. First of all, what are your influences, and second of all, what does that perfect writing environment look like for you? So let's go with the influences first. Who are your influences?
Alrighty. As far as musical influences, I have to stick with Patsy Cline and George Jones and all the people who made country music what it is today. So, because them are the people you think of when you think of country music. So definitely them. And then Miranda Lambert's a really big influence on me as well. She's my favorite artist of all time. She has been for quite some time now. My mom and I started following her career when she was on Nashville Star, and we've been following her ever since. And I just love how she's a real person. Her music she puts out, it continues to be great songs, and she's just an awesome person. She doesn't care what people thinks about her, and she's herself in the spotlight, and I just really admire her for that.
That's
and
awesome.
you know, also my fans influence me as well. And if they tell me what kind of music they like, it definitely influences what I do because I want them to like what I do.
Right.
As far as writing environment, I don't know. It just kind of varies. Really depends on what the song's going to be about or any of that. So I guess it's going to be more of a soulful song and wants to be kind of peace and quiet and really almost a loving atmosphere, if that makes sense. And then, of course, you want fun upbeat. You want a lot of people around joking around to make it more of a fun upbeat song.
Absolutely.
So it just kind of depends. Depends on the song.
Nice. I like that. What's your favorite show that you've done so far to date? I mean, what's that look like for you?
Oh my goodness, we've had so many great shows. As far as my favorite, I'd probably have to go when I opened for Scotty McCreery in June, and oh my gosh, it was so awesome. It was a sold-out show, and it was shoulder to shoulder, couldn't move at all, and they had a stage I was able to walk out on, and people were trying to reach out and touch me and give me high fives when I was walking out to them, and it was just so awesome for me. And that night, I signed a boot, a purse, a hat, some T-shirts, and an arm, and a whole bunch of stuff.
Jeez.
Just so cool for me. It was
That is
I like to
crazy.
say it's my 15 minutes of fame. So
Wow.
I probably have to go.
And for those of you that don't, for those of you watching that don't know who Scotty McCreery is, why I don't know who you are, but he was I think it was Idol. It was Idol 10. That's what number we're on for that one, right? Or something like that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he won Idol. He's doing amazing things now, and for you to be able to do that, to have that opportunity. That's ridiculous. That is amazing, and that I can't. I've had similar situations, not as cool, but I'm gonna pretend that they are, and I like them. They were awesome. They were life-changing events. So,
Yeah.
what did you learn from that? Was there anything that you brought away from that you now are moving into you're putting into your routine or your whatever you want to call it, your career?
You know, ever since that show, I like talking to the crowd. I really talked to the crowd and got them into it. And ever since that show, I'm always like, oh, sing it with me or clap with me and all that. And so, you know, whenever I do that, people start getting into it. And so it makes the show for us a lot more easier and a lot more fun for us, too. So that's one thing I definitely take from it. And then also just being a good entertainer itself. And whenever I was up there, I don't know what got into me, but I just kind of flipped a switch. And I was almost completely different than if you were just sitting there talking to me. And
Yeah.
so, you know, ever since then, I really try to make the stage upbeat and try to have people really enjoy the experience. So,
Well, and that's the thing. Like it is, you know, I get on the stages where I live. I love being on stage. I love doing that. This just happens to be something that I fell into. I like it, but the stage is where I'm at, and I love that feeling that, you know, one the crowd is into you. That means that they like you, or they're completely wasted. But doesn't matter, whichever. As long as they buy albums, that's fine. But that just being able to do what you love and being an interactive part of the show is priceless. I mean, having that stage presence. I hate going and watching these bands that they're just they're just sitting there. They're just singing, and I'm just like, just move your, just wave something, do something, because you
little movement.
it's annoying to me. So stage presence is huge. I can't watch a boring band. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Have you been to Nashville?
I have. I've been to Nashville 4 times, maybe 5 times.
Nice.
Something like that.
Nice.
I love Nashville.
Yeah, I actually lived that before I came here to LA. I actually lived in Nashville for 4 years.
Oh, I'm
And
jealous.
so it was an experience. There's a lot of. It's not LA, but it has its own crazy.
It does. It does.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I actually had a performance during CMA week down there, and
Oh,
that was
nice.
really crazy.
Nice.
So
CMA week, man, that is that's a whole different side of crazy.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's a whole
that's-
new Nashville.
But
that
it's
week.
awesome. It's there's so much to do, and that's the thing about Nashville too, is that people don't understand that it's not. It's all country music, but you can still go and see other types of music. They just might not be on Broadway, but you can venture over a couple blocks and go see whatever you want to go see. So it has a lot of music. It's nice. It's cool.
Yeah.
So at first, when the whole situation of me going there, I was like, I don't want to go here. It's Nashville. I'm not. Do I look like I'm into country music? I mean, I like music. I dig music, but for me and my style, it wasn't. But we actually got there. Everything worked out. It was fine. It ended up being a really good experience. You get to meet these people, these songwriters that are making these hits, that are selling their music or their lyrics to these people that are up on stage, and you get to brush arms with these guys while you're doing the songwriters night. It's pretty freaking awesome. I dig it.
Yeah. Nashville is such, like you said, the atmosphere there is just completely different than anything else I've ever experienced. It's just so awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and you get a lot of different people there too. So
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah.
Let's see. You have this is what is this? Your three international music and entertainment. Oh yeah. Let's talk about that. I'm gonna just talk. You just talk now.
Alrighty, well, actually, I just found out last week or the week before, one of them two. I was nominated for 3 awards with the IMEA Music Awards, so I'm very excited for that. I was nominated for Female Vocalist, Country Song, and then Entertainer of the Year. So I'm definitely very excited for that. And so I've also been nominated for Up and Coming or Promising Young Artists for the Independent Music Awards too. And so, I've already had them kind of nominations. I'm very proud of them, and my experiences along with the nominations have been so amazing so far. For me to only be doing this for the 3 years I've been doing it, I'm baffled by everything that's happened to me so far, and I'm so fortunate to have all these experiences.
Well, how did that come about? Did you have to submit? How does this work? How does the International Music and Entertainment Association Awards? How does that work? Do you know?
It was not necessarily a submission, but it is a kind of a recognition. They found a whole bunch of artists who are really starting to do good for themselves, and through the internet, and managers really help out with that part too. And it was just kind of they're finding artists who thought were really good and just putting them in different categories. So it's not just country; it's got every different genre there is as well. So it's just cool.
That's
really
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, that is really really cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a most memorable? I know we've kind of covered this a little bit, but I'm gonna revisit it. A most memorable thing that a fan has either done for you or said to you at some point.
I've actually had a lot of occurrences that I really remember every time I go somewhere. There is one that really touched my heart. A mother came up to me and she was talking to me about my bullying and how I'm the spokesperson for Angels and Doves, and she really admired me for that. And one of the main reasons was because her daughter actually was a musician and an artist before she committed suicide due to bullying. And so she came up to me and she was talking to me about that, and she said she really appreciated what I was doing and that it means a lot to her. And so that really meant a lot to me, for her to know that she really enjoys what I'm doing and appreciates it. And then also at another show last year, I had a little girl come up to me in the little show and ask me if I could sign an autograph for her. And so I stopped the whole show and I signed the autograph for her. And she was jumping up and down. She was so excited about it. And, she ran off with her parents. And before they left, after the show was over, they came back to say bye because she wanted to say bye.
That's awesome.
And her mom came up to me. She's like, she's been crying ever since you gave her that poster. I was like,
wow.
Oh, that is so cute. So, to make the kind of impact on a little girl like that, to know I'm a good influence, it was so heartwarming.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of experiences like that of people coming up to me. So
that's awesome. That is
awesome.
awesome. Well, you kind of brought it up, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about your Crusader with Angels and Doves. What's this about? What's that mean, and how does this? How can we all help?
Yeah, okay, my song Not Pretty Enough, I released that one earlier this year, and that one just hit #1 on the independent country music chart, so I'm very excited for that one as well.
Pretty awesome.
And with Not Pretty Enough, I became a spokesperson for Angels and Doves, which is a national bullying organization, and with them, I'm going around to schools and talking to schools about bullying, and they have a couple other musicians signed with them, and they're trying to use musicians and artists and music to be able to get the word of bullying, because, everyone pretty much listens to music and relates to music, so they think it's a really good way to get the point across and really help spread the word about bullying. And so I'll be going around to schools and talking about bullying, and they hand out bullying books to teachers and students and staff and faculty and everyone, and explain to them what to do in case they've witnessed it, or what to do in case they want to step up about it, or anything like that. And they're non-profit, so they're doing it out of the kindness of their hearts, and I'm just very humbled to be a part of it. And my song Not Pretty Enough, I'm actually selling it for a CD for $5, and for every CD I sell, I donate $1 of the proceeds to Angels and Doves to try to help them out as much as I can.
Nice.
So it's just a whole big ball of goodness.
It's a win-win. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome. That's very cool. Well, how can, other than buying your album, is there any way that we can get involved and help the cause or anything like that?
Definitely. If you just go to angelsanddoves.com, they have all their information on there on how you can help. You can make donations, or if schools want to bring them to their school, they can make a donation to help bring them to their school to help them with explanation of bullying. And, or even just a donation itself to just help them with their travels or anything like that. And even if you see bullying, just standing up for it associates with their cause. And, bullying is such a huge thing now. And so every little thing like that counts, and every little thing like that helps. And of course, you can just go to my website, joseymilner.com, and I have the link to their website on there, or you can just go to angelsanddoves.com. So
very nice, very nice. Why? Not why. I don't know why I said why. No, why has nothing to do with what I'm about to say. Told you it'd be interesting. Okay, so 2013 is winding down.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot that's happened for you in 2013. What are some goals, maybe immediate but also long-term goals for 2014?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So for 2014, before we get out 2013, I want to get my next single out. We've been wanting to get it out for a while now, but things just haven't worked out. So we're trying to get that one out there. But whenever that one gets out, I would love to be able to go back to Nashville and do some more radio tours and just keep playing out with my bands and doing some big name shows and opening for people and just building this career as much as I can go. I love doing this career. Yeah, it's crazy and it's time consuming and it's stressful, but all in the long run, it's going to be worth it. And it's just such an amazing career. And a lot of people are always like, how are you doing this and managing school? But it all works out in the end. And so, I just want to keep building this and take this as far as I can go. I love doing this, and this is what I want to do as my career. And so, like I said, just keep building it and taking it where I can.
So are you thinking going to college too and then continuing everything you're doing, or how's that pan out?
Yeah, I definitely do want to go to college. Like I mentioned, I'm a straight A student in National Honor Society, and so education's obviously pretty important to me. And so I do want to go to college and further my education because the education's always going to be there no matter what. And I'm kind of thinking of going in something with business or music business or anything like that, so it'll help tie into my music career. And then since college isn't every day, it's only 2, maybe 3 days a week, if that, then it'll really help me out because I'll have a lot of the extra time to be able to work with my career. So
yeah, that sounds cool. That's a good plan.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. I like that. That's cool.
Thank you.
Well, where can we? You said it like 8 times, but I'm gonna make you say it again. Where can we find you online?
Definitely, the easiest thing to do is just go to joseymilner.com, JOSEYMILNER, and there you can see the links on my other social media, my Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube, and all that fun stuff. I'm everywhere. I love social media, and it's so easy to keep in contact with fans now, and it makes them feel like they're part of something special, and they really are. And if it wasn't for fans, I couldn't be where I am today. And so, definitely just any of that, I'm more than willing to talk to anyone on there, and I'm always trying to keep up with it as best as I can. Now, Facebook's probably the easiest for me, but Twitter is always constant too. But right. I'm everywhere. So
nice. JoseyMiller.com. You can go check that out. Go check out her music. It is good. You can hear it on Revolver Underground as well. You can request it by going to Revolver Underground. You'll just see the request option. If you don't see a request option, you're probably needing to open your eyes because it is there. It's right there. I can see it right now. But just go search for that. And go check out the Angels and Doves. What was that website one more time? The Angels and Doves website?
AngelsandDoves.com.
Just simple as that. Very nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep.
Go grab the album off of there. You can help 2 things at once. You can help Josey get funded for another song, and you can also help a charity as well. So go check that out. Josey, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Thank you.
All right. That's it right there, guys. Go check it out. It's good times. We'll be back, I'm sure, later, probably next week after that. You know what? Just tune in. Just hang out. It'll be good. It'll be all right. Thanks, guys. I'm E-Rock. Peace.